Hi guys, it's Cindy with Pups and Crochet, and I am back. And the minute I ended that last video, I remembered it was like, Mary's channel is No Place Like Home Crochet. She is the one that sent me the Weeble Wobbles. She is a beautiful woman. I love her to death. And I have to say, I have made such wonderful friends on here. Ones that helped me get started, that talked me into getting started, and then helped me get started, and then people that I jumped on their live and was asking questions. They'd answer them with no problems because I had no idea what they were talking about. And I did tell you that I would show you my non-glowworm. See, he's in a sleep hat, and he's all squishy, and I cross-stitched eyes on him. So I didn't do that. And then the robe I put on just to be cute. Because Lisa likes when he goes da 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 oh da 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 da. So that is my non-glowworm that I send to all the boys to sleep with so they can save their real glowworms that light up for when they get a little older. These are to play with now. So I wanted to show you that because I told you in the last one that I would. And, you know, some of the stuff I made, I have up here. I got my skunkin. I got my sharktopuskin. I got my koalakin. And where are you? He's right here, my pumpkin. Pumpkin. From What You Doing Thursday? What You Doing Thursday? Yes. So I have to, I missed this one this Thursday. But, like I said, I will get right back on it. So, I am going to tell you about a movie that I watched. And there are not too many scary movies anymore that I watch that really give me the creeps. But I have to tell you that this one, the guy that played the lead in this, he was super creepy. If I was his real wife, I don't know if I'd want him to come home. Because he played this part so good. He was so freaky creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Okay, so here is my square. And here is a little license plate that says, "Hit me." And the reason I did that, the movie is called Fender Bender. Okay, and I have never seen this movie before. I found it and I said, you know, I feel it calling me. I gotta watch this movie. So, I'm going to tell you about it. There's a young girl. Just got her license, so she's got to be about 16 years old. She took out her mom's car in the early mornings without her mom knowing. Her brand new car. And she is over, and she has one of those little, like, telephone things on her dash. And she's FaceTiming her one girlfriend, and she said, "I'm looking at him right now." And she's looking at her window, and over here is her boyfriend with another girl from school. Yes, he's cheating on her. And then after she hangs up with the girl and she's getting ready to leave because she saw him lean over and kiss her, he looks over, he sees her, and he's like, "Oh no." He comes running into the car. She's got the window cracked like this much, and he's like, "I really love you. She means nothing to me." Really? Didn't look like it. So, she takes off. Tells him, "Well, guess what? You're free. I'm done." And she leaves. And I'm like, "You go, girl. You tell him." So she's driving home, and her guy friend calls her. And he's like, "Tell me, girl, what happened?" And so she's telling him. And then all of a sudden, she's at a stop sign, and she's telling him. And then, boom. And he's like, "What was that?" And she's like, "I'll call you back. I just got hit." He's like, "In your mom's car?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll call you back." She hangs up. She gets out of the car. She looks, and the whole bumper is destroyed of her mom's brand new car. I don't think her mom even had 2 miles on the car, and the girl took it. well, maybe 5 miles. She had to get home. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So she gets out, and this creepy guy gets out. And he's got like one of the older cars that have the real bumpers, not the bumpers that are covered in, you know, that it's not even plastic, you know, maybe fiberglass, I don't know. And, you know, you can't skeech on those but his car you could, had a real bumper. So he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just went to flip the radio station. I didn't see you at the stop sign, and I am so sorry. And she's like, it's my mom's brand new car. I just got my license. And he's like, it's totally my fault. If you want, I will go with you and talk to your mom. And she's like, no. Okay, but what they told us is we need to exchange information because I don't think for this we need to call the police. No, you do. You get a creeper like that, and you're getting bad vibes, and you're walking away from him, and you're getting bad vibes, he's a creeper. Call the police. Okay? But she doesn't. So she goes to her car. He goes to his car. She writes down her information. He writes down his information. She comes back. They each change things. And then she says, oh, and we need photos. They told us to get photos of the damage. So she took a photo of his car with his license plate number, took a photo of her car, the damage done to her car. No damage was done to his car. And then she said, they also said to get a picture of you with your car. So he goes, okay. Still got his sunglasses on. And she goes, can you take those off? So he goes, sure. And I'm like, ew, creeper. So he takes them off, and he's in front of his car. And I'm like, run, run. So anyway, and I mean, this was a really great movie. I'm going to skip over some stuff, but you really need to watch it. But, so she gets home. Her mom yells at her for going out in the morning that early. What was the importance? And she's like, you're right. I broke up with him. He was horrible. I had to go see him, and I ended it. And she goes, well, at least one thing good came out of it. Let's get in the house. We have to leave. It's our trip. We're all ready. We're getting ready to go. We got to go. And she goes, there's one more thing. I got hit on the way home. Now they start yelling at her when she tries to tell him she got the pictures, she got the information from him and everything. And they said, to your room. Get to your room. Don't come back out. We will come to you in a minute. So they're all mad at her. They're yelling at her. Dad starts yelling at her in Spanish. I don't know what he said to her, but it couldn't have been good. But she went to her room, and this was a vacation weekend that they were waiting on for a long time. And she was a dancer, and so I think it had something to do with a dance thing she wanted to see in a place. And sorry, I get really thirsty. So anyway, so they come in the bedroom. They both are standing there, and she's just like, oh, God. And they're like, okay, well, you know what? You're staying home. You're not going on the trip. You're staying home. You are going to take care of this. You are going to call the insurance company, give them all the information. You're going to tell them what happened, and you are going to be here when they come to get the car to fix it. And she's like, but we've been waiting all year for this. And they don't care. You went against our rules. You took the car out when you weren't supposed to. Snuck out in the morning without telling us. You just got your license. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And they're going out. Okay, now personally, nah. I wouldn't want to leave a 16-year-old alone. Especially when you're on a cul-de-sac and the houses are way that far away from you. Really? Do you want to leave them home? No, don't think so. But they do. Anyway, So she is sitting there, and then all of a sudden, she looks out, nobody's there. She's like, what? And then as she's passing the window away from the door, she looks, and on top of her mom's car is a box. And she's like, And of course, it's getting ready to storm, so the thunder's coming, the lightning's showing, blah, blah, blah. And so she decides she's going to go out and get the box. And of course, she runs out and leaves the door open, runs to the car to get the box, comes back. And I'm like, okay, anybody could have just snuck in the door while you had it open. But it's okay. Get the box. So she gets the box. She opens it up, and it's a cake. And it says, I'm sorry. So then all of a sudden, somebody knocks on the door, and she jumps like this. She goes over to the door, and it's her two friends, the guy and the girl. They both come in. They said, we can't leave you alone. No, we brought pizza. You have to eat. You're getting way too thin. And her friend's like really getting into the guy friend. He's like telling her, you have to tell us everything. Everything. And her girlfriend's like, you do have to tell us everything because we are the ones that love you. So tell us. So I'm like watching them, and they're talking and stuff, and they eat their pizza. And then they hear the guy gets up, and he throws his paper plate away, and he gets up and he goes, ooh, dessert. Who's this from? And she goes, well, I found it on the top of my mom's car. Now, she had already called the insurance lady and gave her all the information and stuff earlier before, as when her parents left in the daytime. So he says, oh my God, I got to eat this cake. It's great. And they go, who's it from? And she goes, well, it's either from the guy I dumped, or it's from the guy that hit my mom's car. I'm not really sure. Okay, well, don't eat it. Throw it away, right? Why would you eat it? But anyway, so they're going to eat it. So the guy gets his little cutting thing in the scooper, and he gets them all a plate, and he puts a big piece, and he goes, oh, this one's for me, and you guys can have these. And then all of a sudden the phone rings. So they're eating their cake. The girl gets up. She goes over to the phone, and it's the insurance lady. And the insurance lady says, hon, I got a question for you. She's like, yeah. She's like, the information you gave me said, like, I can't remember the name. I should have wrote it down, but I never do. Like, it was like Derek Jones or whatever. She goes, yeah, but the car is coming back to a Joanne Jones, and they found her murdered today. And the girl's like, oh. She said, so, I want to click. Phone lines go off. Of course, storm, but got it. Anyway, so the door busts, boom, boom, boom on the door. She opens up the door, and it's her boyfriend, and he is so drunk. And she's like, get out of my house, leave. I don't want anything to do with you. I already told you, I'm done. And, he goes, but you can have your friends over and have a little pizza party. Huh? And he's just being a real jerk, right? A real jerk. And he goes, they're like, you need to leave. Her friends chime in, and he goes, I don't need to hear from you. I'm talking to her. Well, she went and got the fire poker from the fireplace, and she said, I told you to leave. I want you out of here. Or was it a baseball bat? I forget. But anyway, it was something. And she said, I want you to leave. Go. And he said, I tell you when it's over. Not you. Tell me. And so she goes, No. And she slams the thing down, breaks the whole little side table by the door. And I said, get out. And she pushed him, shut the door, and locked it. And the guy and the girl's like, "Ooh, you told him. I didn't think you had it in you." But she did. So then he goes outside. He's staggering. He's drunk. Oh, yeah, let's go drive a car. So he goes to get in his car. He doesn't make it. So then the lights go out. And then they see a guy standing there with a black mask on. Like one of those bulletproof vests, leather pants, cowboy boots, and he's got like, it's like a opening, mouth opening, but it's got like 3 metal things like this across the mouth. And all you see are his eyes and this. That's it. Okay, gloves on, everything. Okay, yeah, run. Yeah, run. So, you have to watch the movie to see the ending, because I'm not going to tell you. But, he was a very creepy guy. Yes, he was. So, that is my number, what is that one? Number 48 out of the 100. And I got my square. So, I'm at 48. I'm almost at 50. I'm almost halfway done. So, I hope you enjoyed this, because you're going to be hearing some more. Okay, I will be back again. And this time, I have another Happy Meal I want to show you. And then I will do another movie and go from there. Okay? Bye, guys. Remember, adopt, don't shop. Hugs, prayers, puppy kisses to you all. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.